Trial of John Ferguson, the prosecution outlined the physical evidence in the case.
The people who documented and tested the evidence for DNA spoke about their findings. News Channel 2's Rachel Murphy has been in court following this trial. She's live here in the studio with more on today's testimony. Rachel.
Don and Kristen, today jurors got to see the photos of John Ferguson when he was taken into police custody and his injuries.
John Ferguson is accused of stabbing his brother Daryl Ferguson to death at their mother's home in Yorkville in July 2018. John, often referred to as JW, is facing second-degree murder and third-degree weapon charges.
You state your name?
Danielle Kendall.
The prosecution called on Danielle Kendall, an investigator with the New York State Police. She was one of the officers who photographed all of the defendant's injuries.
Initial observation, just a normal gentleman standing there in his suit. There wasn't anything that was saying I'm injured. There was no gross amounts of any kind of blood or injuries that really stuck out.
Police did find some injuries.
We documented several those little tiny round bruises, smaller than a dime. This would be John's face.
Okay, and again, did you see any bruising, any redness, any cuts, any abrasions on his face?
No.
Can you tell us what we see here?
This would be the top of his hands.
Okay, and why did you take pictures of the top of his hands?
We take a picture of, first of all, every side of him that we can, just to document any injury or lack thereof. So this was just documenting the back of his hand.
Tell us what we see here.
These would be his palms, the palm side up.
Okay, and did you see any injuries to his palms?
No.
Did you see any cuts?
No.
Any abrasions?
No.
Any signs of trauma?
No.
Kendall says he did have one significant injury to his right bicep.
Investigator, would it be fair to say that this was the most remarkable area that you observed of John Ferguson?
Yes.
Were there any other bruises that looked this fresh or this deep?
No.
And coming up at 6, more on DNA results involved in this case, and witness testimony continues at 10 tomorrow morning. Back to you.
Rachel Murphy.